Is blogging a part of your marketing strategy? If no, you are missing out on so much. A great tool to build a credibility for your design business, a source of website traffic, and even a way how to grow your mailing list, to list just a few benefits. In this video, we will look exactly at how blogging can help your interior design business and how you can make blogging easier for yourself, so you are more likely to stick to it in the long run. Hi there designer, welcome back to my channel. For those who are here for the first time, my name is Simona and I teach interior designers how to grow their businesses with social media and content marketing. Blogging has been around for a long time, but it's still one of the best things that you can do to market your business. Now, I do appreciate that writing blogs takes time, and not everyone was born a writer, but hopefully this video will show you how valuable regular blogging can be for both promoting your business and finding new clients. First, we will look at the basics of blogging and what you should be blogging about. Then, I will share some of my tried and tested tips for how to make blogging easier and manageable even with a busy schedule. Alright, let's dive right into it. First things first, why should you even bother with blogging when you have so much to do anyway? Well, here are a couple of reasons. Blogging about areas of your expertise is a great way how to build credibility as an interior design expert. Publishing blog posts regularly can also have an immense impact on your website's SEO, meaning your website will show up higher on Google search. Lastly, a long-form blog post can serve as your cornerstone content piece that you can repurpose into smaller pieces of content, such as a newsletter, several Instagram posts, or short videos. This means you will save time on creating content while maintaining the other benefits that I've just mentioned. Now, if you watched my previous videos, you know that social media is my thing. I do believe that having an active social media presence is a must for every interior designer. I explained the reasons why in many of our previous videos. But I also believe that blogging should be pretty high up on your list if you want to create a stellar marketing strategy for your business. So how do you make sure that you actually do post regularly? After all, it's a lot of work. You need to know what to blog about, you need to actually write the posts, and then do all the uploading and the SEO stuff. Well, let's look at how you can create a consistent blogging workflow. Write what you know about your design expertise. If you want to blog regularly in the long run, the easiest way to start is to choose topics that you are comfortable with and could talk about for hours. Having said that, make sure that you write about what your ideal client is interested in and might actually search on the internet. If your specialty is designing new builds, this could be writing about tips for new homeowners to keep in mind when planning their homes. If your thing is designing kids' bedrooms, you can blog about how to design a perfect baby room. If your target audience are owners of short-term rentals, talk about how designing Airbnbs is different from designing a primary residence, and so on and so forth. Think about the questions you get from clients. You probably get some questions again and again from both your existing and potential clients. Take these questions and expand on them. This way you are making it more likely that your website will pop up in their search. Plus, it's a really good method to come up with relevant topic ideas. For example, maybe you get questions about how long does a standard renovation take, or which paint to use for kitchens, or even what kind of flooring is best for families with kids and dogs. Any topic that your clients ask about can be made into a blog post, but do focus on covering the most frequent questions first. Have a blogging calendar for a couple of months ahead. Just as you can plan out your social media posts, your blog posts can also be planned in advance. A publishing plan will help you keep blogging consistently and avoid wasting time on thinking about topics, since all your blog posts will be already planned for the months ahead. Your blogging plan should reflect seasonal trends, like writing about Christmas home decoration in December or summer patio styling tips in June. You should also consider search terms that you want to rank for and build your blog posts around them. Your blogging calendar can be a simple Google spreadsheet where you indicate the month or the week when the post should be published, the title of the blog post, and the link to the blog post once it's published for the future reference. This is the minimum I would put in a blogging calendar, but you can also add more. For example, the search terms that you want to be included, or links to inspiration or the source material, if it's, for example, expanding on a case study from one of your projects. Use a template with a set blog post structure. If you've been on my channel before, you might know that I'm a big fan of templates. Writing blog posts is no exception. A simple template can give you the much needed guidance, especially if you don't know how to start. Your writing template can be as simple as having an intro, body, and outro, but I would recommend adding more stuff to it, like the search terms that you want to be included, a short description of what kind of images should be added, any internal or external links that are relevant for this topic, and a call to action for this blog post. Do use a call to action, just as you would with an Instagram post. It really helps with encouraging people to take the next step, whether it's subscribing to your list, downloading a freebie, or scheduling a discovery call. And don't reserve your call to action just for the end of your post. Feel free to include it throughout the blog post, if it fits. Write your blog posts at your most optimal creative times. Question: when do you get most creative and productive? Is it early in the morning before checking your emails, or do you prefer late evenings when the kids are asleep? I would encourage you to write when you are most likely to get something done, and not leave your writing sessions as an afterthought or in between the busy meetings. Otherwise, writing even a few paragraphs will be too big of a challenge. It does help to set aside a couple of hours, one day per week or month, depending on your schedule, just to write your blog posts. You can also try batch writing to see if you are more efficient that way. One day focus on creating drafts for new blog posts, and another day just edit and add pictures. You might find that without context switching, the whole writing process feels much easier and takes less time. Consider reusing your best performing social media posts to create blog content. If you have social media posts that perform well and got lots of engagement, you can use them as a base for your blog posts by expanding them and adding more information and value. For instance, an Instagram post about material trends can be easily adapted into a blog post about how you can use different textures around your home. Or a look back kind of a post where you are highlighting your achievements from the past year can be turned into a blog post with more details about what your business went through and what you learned from the challenges that you faced. You can also use several Instagram posts about your past projects to create a roundup of your favorite projects from the last year, or a list of your favorite design concepts, again collated from your published social media posts. So that would be the basics of blogging for interior designers. Make sure that you write what you know about, write at times when you are most productive and creative, plan your writing sessions in advance, and have a blogging calendar to stay on track. Now I have 3 more tips for how to make your blogs even better. It's to ensure that your blog posts are really valuable and interesting to read for your ideal clients. Number 1. Tone down the selling and share valuable advice instead. This tip doesn't apply just to blogging, but also to social media and content marketing in general. People are busy, and when they invest time in reading your blog, they don't want to be sold something. Think of your blog posts as one of the first points of contact between you and your ideal client on a longer journey to build trust and a long-lasting relationship. Of course, the end goal of blogging is to bring more sales, but that comes later, not when they just landed on your website for the first time. Number 2, don't be afraid to add a bit of your personal story. Your journey as an interior designer is one of the most interesting stories to tell, especially when someone is just getting to know your brand. Now, personal blog posts might not work as great for your website's SEO, but they will make your brand more relatable, which should be one of the goals of your blogging strategy. Number 3, tie in your blogging with your content marketing strategy. Your blogging plan should tie in with your overall content marketing strategy. As I've already mentioned, you can use blog posts as long-form pillar content to create social media posts. So when you are planning your blog posts in your blogging calendar, try to think holistically about what other pieces of content you will be able to extract from the blog post. This is especially relevant with seasonal content. And again, it will save you time that you would have spent on creating seasonal content for your social media from scratch. Also, keep in mind how you will drive readers to your blog posts. Ideally, you want your blog to be discovered on Google search organically, but that will take some time. So until then, you can post links to your blog posts in your Insta stories, direct your followers to a link in your bio. You can also share your blog posts as articles on your LinkedIn profile, and of course, create Pinterest graphics that will lead people to your website and pin the vertical images from your blog posts to appropriate Pinterest boards. My very last point for this video is about hiring a professional to write your blog posts. Should you hire someone to write your content, or should you do it yourself? Well, if you simply don't have the time or feel that writing is too intimidating, hiring someone to do it for you does make sense. I'm not at all against it, but do keep a couple of things in mind. You know your brand and your style best, and if you outsource your blog, what can happen pretty easily is that it won't sound like you, or it will shift away from your brand style quite significantly. This, however, can be mitigated if you provide detailed guidelines for how your blog posts should sound, including examples of language that should and shouldn't be used, and provide references so your writer has a better idea of what you want. And even if you do outsource your blog, I would strongly advise that you edit the blog post before publishing, so you can make little tweaks or send the blog post back for revisions. There are websites like Upwork and Fiverr where you can find great copywriters. I use them quite regularly myself. It does take some time to find the right person that fits your business, but it's definitely not impossible. When I'm looking to hire someone, first I always check their credentials and reviews from other clients. Then I let them do a test assignment to see whether they would be really a good fit and whether they really have the skills that are needed. I always try to provide a brief as detailed as possible, with lots of references and examples. All of this really helps to find a person you need, and it can save you a lot of time and hassle. If done right, blogging can improve your website's SEO, help you grow your mailing list, and build a trust factor for your design business. And if you at all rely on website traffic for client leads, blogging should be one of the main parts of your marketing strategy. To start, you don't need much more than to keep two things in mind. Take care that you use the right keywords and phrases that your ideal client is likely to search for, and have a blogging plan in place to ensure a consistent stream of content. So how do you feel about blogging now? And what is the one thing that prevents you from blogging? Let me know in the comments or in our Facebook group. The link to join is in the description. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might also find it helpful. Also, do subscribe if you don't want to miss our future videos. We have a lot to cover this year. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.